right, all right. Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So let's go ahead and jump on in. We're going to take a little peek at whatever the kind of love story might be. I keep feeling like I've been away for 2 days, by the way, at least on this channel. And I'm sorry about that. I'm getting ready to move now, too. I'm in my last 2 weeks before I move, so there's going to be like a big push, and so I'm honestly I'm just really tired, tired right now. But with the Six of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, we'll see in the realm of love. To see Nine of Pentacles, that's actually really beautiful. So is the Six of Wands. It's the two people who both feel empowered. She feels like very good about who she is, about where she is. She knows what her worth and value is. She's really good at connecting to her guides. And by the way, she has 3 of them. I love this little parrot is like, hey, mama, I got something to tell you. She does not doubt her intuition at all, but she's kind of surrounded by, maybe this is why she makes such good decisions. Hi, everyone. So nice to see you all. And with the Six of Wands, we've got this masculine who's riding a Pegasus. So we know he feels very victorious. Look, I love it. If we have 2 people that are both feeling incredibly empowered, incredibly, good about who they are, that could definitely mean that these 2 are ready to meet. 3 of Pentacles. They might accidentally meet just because they sashay their way through the same doorways. This could be 2 people who want to go after something that they feel empowered enough to try. This could be 2 people that aren't afraid to, pursue their dreams and goals because they're like, what do you mean? I feel good about who I am. I have a right to go after my dreams, my wishes, my goals. What would hold me back? When we have characters that are willing to put themselves out there a little bit, 8 of Cups, these 2 could be taking little journeys. They could both be adventurers. They could both be travelers. They could be characters that will unexpectedly meet each other, whatever, on a plane, on a train, traveling someplace, out hiking somewhere. And it's just like, well, I wanted to see what this is like. Oh, did you come with friends? No, I just came with me. I could see 2 people. I mean, sometimes it takes courage just to take yourself out to dinner, take yourself out to have a drink and just go by yourself. This feels like 2 characters, both of whom are not shy about like living their lives. Neither one of them questions whether or not they're good enough to pursue their dreams, or whether or not they should be allowed to walk into a place by themselves. They don't feel embarrassed about being single. They're very comfortable in their own skins. And I think that that's really going to help them either encounter each other, unless I'm getting a whole different vibe and I'm wrong about this, and it's more that he is looking for somebody like her. That could be the story as well. But let's take a look and see. Emperor in the reverse. No, I don't think so. I don't think this is him knowing that she's out there and pursuing her exactly. I think that this is him saying, I don't know if he had like possibly a toxic male role model in his life that tried to instill him with fear, and he's just didn't work. Sorry, but I'm not going to have fear about who I am. I'm going to embrace who I am. I almost wonder if he's like determined he's never going to become a toxic person. 6 of Swords is in the reverse. Oh, this is him breaking away from somebody toxic. Okay, so we're going to tell his backstory here, because he may have had like a really like a total lack of support, specifically coming from, the patriarchal side. So let's say he didn't have a great father. Let's say, and many people are not lucky enough to have great parents. Parents are just grown-ups, but they still have all their unhealed traumas and stuff, and sometimes they don't know how to heal themselves, and they are jealous and petty, and they make really poor decisions, and that is, they're just human, right? They happen to be older than us, and they might have helped us get here, but they're still just human. But I'm thinking that that's maybe the way he's looked at this. It's like, look, I can't undo some of the stuff that was patterned to me, but I can say I know that that's not who I want to be. That's not the man I want to be. It's not like it's out of my head, but I'm determined to kind of still learn to like myself. I'm determined to go out there and choose a path that is authentic. I'm going to find who I am, and it damn sure isn't going to be like my pops, you know? Um, I think that speaks very, very well of him, you know, especially when we have not even just no role model, but when we have a poor role model, to be strong enough to say, I reject what I was taught. This, I will use it as my template of what I will never be. And sure enough, we have him shifting into this King of Cups energy. I don't know if he's recently gone through this, you know, recognition that, you know, about like a father figure has been able to see, you know, who a parental figure was in his life and see them as, you know, flawed. And instead of getting wounded by that or angry over that, he just said, well, thanks for teaching me what I shouldn't become. And that just, it, for him to be this loving while still have eyes wide open like this, I just think speaks very well of him. Very well of him. Okay, let's get her backstory then, since obviously we've got, I like him a lot. I really like that character. I think he sounds amazing. What about her? We have the moon in the reverse. We have the Three of Wands. So she's come to the conclusion that nobody's making her future but herself. She has learned that, like, as far as her saying, well, I don't know what's going to happen, she's like, yeah, I do. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make something happen. I don't think she, since her baseline here is self-confidence and possibly like monetary success, she may have come from like no financial support. Maybe she came from a lot of poverty. Whatever it was for her, she's over here saying, I don't wonder what my life is going to be like. I know I have to go make it. So my Three of Wands, nothing's a big shock or surprise. Nothing's hidden from me. I have to go out and make my life happen. I make the moves on my chessboard. That's very empowered. And it definitely says she has not had anybody, no safety net under her, nobody to take care of her, nobody to count on to hand her stuff. So she's made her own way in this world. And we have a Knight of Cups upright. This is the one thing that she can make her own decisions, right? However, when it comes to like what kind of person she'd like to meet, I don't know what Aries is talking about out there, but he's got a whole conversation grumbling away. With that Knight of Cups, you can't really say exactly who you'll meet. Aries, oh my God. Nobody can guess who they'll encounter except if we put ourselves on certain paths and if we choose not to give our time to the wrong people and we intentionally gravitate toward people that we want to connect to. Oh, my baby. Aries, you did very well, my love. Come here. This is the problem with a live. I can't make him hush until he's done protecting. You did so good. Come see mama. Come see mama. Good boy. I hear you did great. He's here. He's so proud of himself. With that Two of Pentacles, though, she knows, like, I make decisions. It's all on me. I better make some good ones. And it does take time. And I got to learn to listen to what people have to say. And if they tell me some things, instead of me glossing over red flags, I do need to listen closely. And that's how I pick and choose who I keep in my life. She's very brave in going out and being willing to meet people, being willing to take, leaps and, gravitate toward things that she thinks she'd like to explore. But she does look for truth. And you see the big bunny ears. She listens very closely. She needs to know, like, weigh the pros and cons. Nobody's perfect, but I have to figure out fact from fiction. I have to figure out who's a liar. I have to figure out if I'm drawn to something toxic, I have to know what I'm in for. She's all about decision making, and she is a chess player, and I think she really listens carefully for red flags. Why? Because she doesn't have the luxury of, like, making bad decisions, because if she does, is going to set her life back too far. We have Ace of Cups. We have Seven of Wands in the reverse. It's interesting because she's very willing to take chances, but I think she's a strategist who weighs how much can I afford to lose? How much of a bad decision could I afford to, who could I fall in love with and give my whole heart to, and really, really like give my trust to. She says, if I meet the right person, I won't have to have any of those boundaries up. And I know I can love like that, but for right now, the cork is still in the bottle until I meet the person that I really think I could basically trust to make better decisions than I would. She's very loving, but she has possibly waited most of her life. Not waited, that's wrong. She has adventured most of her life knowing someday I'll meet that person where I actually think I could give my whole heart to them. But man, I've seen a lot of red flags, but I keep learning, what's poison and what's not. I think she's at a point where she's learned a ton. She's a 9 of Pentacles, right? What's next is her being a 10 of Pentacles, being ready to be in a relationship. We saw him journeying through finding himself and arriving at a full-blown King of Cups. So he's ready for a relationship. This just feels so nice to have these characters that have reached these points in their own life where it's like they did the work on themselves. I don't know if either one of them, they may have tried to get into relationships and they learned stuff about themselves and they learned things about other people. But I think both of these characters seem like they had a mission in mind. And I think because he had to reinvent himself and because she's had no one as a safety net under her, when all the responsibilities on you to make decent decisions in your own life, it gives you both power. It also gives you that awareness, like I cannot afford to make too many mistakes because I don't want to crash and burn my whole life. But it's made them both like sensible, compassionate, and individuals who wanted something better for themselves. They wanted to be better. They wanted to create better lives. And so they haven't made a whole bunch of like selfish, indulgent mistakes. These are not silver spoon babies that we're talking about. Neither one of these characters has had the luxury of just saying, oh, someone else will take care of my messes. So I think they've both been pretty like hard workers at becoming the people that they wanted to become. That's awesome. I really like these two. And I feel like I've taken this deck, it picked up part of this deck, and I actually wanted this deck. So let's use all three. All right. What is the big message here? Universe, are these two headed toward each other? We've got, hang on. Wow, this deck wants to fall everywhere. Let me move it so it can't escape. We have got the Queen of Pentacles and we've got the Strength card. So strong Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and really strong Leo. Definitely the universe is like these two both have so much to give. There is such incredible strength. And I feel like that's where these two are meeting. They're meeting in a place of equal strength. They're meeting in a place of like both want to give. They're meeting in a place where I would just say maybe they're meeting in a field. Maybe they're meeting someplace outdoors. I don't even know if it's a geographical location. I feel like the universe is saying they're meeting at a mental space where they're both really powerful individuals. And I think like will gravitate toward like. She's got this hovering crystal ball in her hand. So I almost feel like this says, okay, it's still up ahead a little bit. It's just up in the future. And this deck that wants to jump all over, we have got to get a card out of it because it's like, it's screaming at me more than Aries was. We got the Hanged Man and we got the Sun. There's definitely this energy of not today, but one sunny day not too far down the road. We have strong Pisces and then we've got strong Leo. And I feel like, this card, this is the deck that wanted to jump and jump and jump all over the place. And it keeps saying, yeah, but let the right song play, let the right moment, let everything get aligned. Don't be too impatient. It is happening. The same way we can count on the sun to rise each day, this will happen. I see kind of like end of, summertime on both of these cards. Like it's just the lighting makes me think of that. It still is nice weather, but I see like almost at the end of summer. I know we're pretty much there, right? But this feels pretty soon. Okay, let's go with the other deck. Death card. and Knight of Swords. This says these two are so close to encountering each other. The final like transformations, transmutations, the final like little tiny finishing touches are being put on this love story more or less, and then things are going to happen fast. So enjoy the last little bit of time that they each have. They have reached these levels of, like self acknowledgement of who they are. They've done the transformations that they needed to. They're entering the next chapter of life. Tell me, what does the death card represent? Is it an actual time, or we have the devil? The devil gets a bad rap for always being toxic, when in fact it can just be huge emotion, like intense passion. I could see these two being crazy about each other, like crazy amounts of passion between these two. Judgment in the reverse. What's coming up is like the energies of their past are being totally like wiped clean. Everything from their past exes no longer matter. There's not going to be any exes coming back in to disrupt this. There's not going to be any kind of pining for any, glory days. Their best days are ahead. Their best days are what comes next, not anything from their past. Now, this could, because I do think that these are two like people that as they've matured, they both look sexier too. There's something about the countenance of someone. If everybody's met someone that just has a air of self-confidence about them, and it doesn't matter what they look like, they are sexy. And I feel like that's how these two are going to be coming across, which could trigger like old exes that could be incredibly jealous all of a sudden. It's like, God, what glow up did they just go through? I wish I had them back. It doesn't matter. Exes don't stand a chance in this. They don't stand a chance in this. How will these two recognize each other? Three of coins. So they could both end up coming down the same elevator, escalator, like literally, or they could end up working together, or they could end up looking for something at the same store because they're both working on a similar project. They're on the same aisle of the hardware store. It just says two people approaching from two different staircases end up in the same place. So their lives have been a little different, but they end up the same kind of people, right? The Three of Coins is we're meant to work together. We're meant to, like the way we think about the world, the things that we care about. They could find themselves both, volunteering for the same community project. They could find themselves both interested in the same kind of, this, because it's coins, because it's Three of Coins, it does seem like it would be doing something, not just like, oh, we were both standing in line at the same movie or something. It probably isn't just luxury related. It would probably be, I'm here for this seminar to learn about this, to take this information and apply it to my business. I'm here to, volunteer on a beach cleanup. I'm here to participate in this fundraising charity event. I'm here, it could be a white tie event or a black tie event. But it would still be for a greater purpose. These two, I would say these are two people that don't waste resources. That means not their own, not their time, nothing. These are two people that make sure that they make it count. What a great opportunity for them to meet. They will definitely notice like will meet like. These two are in the perfect place for, well, in this case, for this. I don't know if somebody's going home with somebody else and they just like never leave each other's side, but that's kind of what that's starting to look like there with the Strength card. Guys, thank you, everybody. It's so nice to see everyone. Tack Ellis, Annette, RU, Bobby Harris, Colm C, EM, Luminous Marina, Empress Unicorn 111, Cody, Nick, hey, good to see you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Your car broke on your birthday? Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I hope it gets so much better for you. Chrissy Henko, Bruja Beauty, thanks again, love. Hi, V. Hi, Shell. Oh, you guys, so nice to see you. That's awesome, Shell. Have a great time. Hi, Heather. Thank you, love. Hi, Nope. Alana, awesome to see you, babe. Oh, thank you so much for reminding me. Thank you guys for giving it a thumbs up. That is so kind of you. Courtney Walsh, Calm Seas. Thank you again, guys. Earth Magic. Brian. Thanks, Luminous Marina. You're so cute. I can hear him chomping on one of his hooves right now, too. He has chewy hooves that he's out there. Mary Jones. Hi, sweetheart. Violet. So nice to see you. Oh, it's my pleasure, Violet. Hi, Hetty. Manny Bro. Nice to see you. That's an amazing thing, Manny Bro. I hope that you know how awesome that is, that you created the person that you are. That's amazing. Is Yael Rubin in the house? Hi, Rosie. I'm still backtracking, and I saw somebody say hi to Yael, but I didn't see Yael in here yet. But D'Artagnan, shout out to you wherever you are, my dear. Martha, the Dreamer Stocks, thanks for being here. Hey, Bobby. AJ. You're so sweet, AJ. I hear you, Alana. Luminous Marina, thank you, hun. Godzilla MC, hi. Tina, Jessica Rios, Fallen Raven, Ginger Montague, Lauren.co. And AC, you were first in the house, babe. Thank you so much. Hang on, I'm scrolling back down to the bottom. What did I see here? Oh, Yale, you angel. Oh my gosh, Yale, thank you. Yale just gifted another 5 memberships. Oh my gosh, you are so incredibly generous, babe. Wendy E, Shariza Ali, Hot Little Mexican, Applesauce, and Wild One. You guys are all now members. Just so you know, don't miss tonight's members video that I just put out. There's a members playlist, and every Monday is when I do a members video. But I kind of explain everything in the members corner in those members videos. Yael, oh my gosh, sweetheart, thank you. Thank you so much. You're so incredibly generous. That means, sweetheart, don't think I've lost count. You have you can call in card twice now. Sweet, you're so kind. The strength of God strikes again. The goat. Yale gifting. You're so kind. Wonder T. Chrissy. Hi, Danielle. Thank you so much. San Juanita's in the house. Hi, honey. You guys are so kind. Thank you again, Yale. Say hi to Aram and Noah for me, would you? How are your adventures with them lately? You guys are all so amazing. Thank you, everybody. It's such an incredibly kind and generous place. I'm so touched, you guys. Oh, Calm C, are you having some problems? You can't get your PP to connect to YouTube. Sent a message to ask, but haven't heard back. Worked fine for months. You know, there's been, you guys know on my end, I've been experiencing a whole bunch of issues too. And I'm not entirely sure if we're out of the woods quite yet, but it was working a lot better by the end of the week. So here's hoping as we morph into this week. Thank you, Gail. Robin G, Kivi Shah, hi. Kivi, I'm so glad I got to say hi to you though. AC, AC's back. Thank you guys so much. All right, I am going to bounce over to the other channel, and I think I'm just going to do one more over there tonight, and then I'm going to get caught up on some sleep so that we can have a good day tomorrow, you guys. I've missed you, and it's really great to see everyone. Oh, Danielle, you're so kind. Thank you for even wanting to. You know, I think with the hype, I think it's not all the time. I think it's sometimes it's on channels, sometimes it's not. Also, I think it's like maybe not during a live, maybe it's after I'm done being live. I'm not really sure. It sounds like it's kind of all over the place. And I think it's maybe still kind of in beta testing a little bit. So I'm not sure that everybody in every region even has that button. Like, I don't see that button for me if I watch any other channel, and I've only ever seen it once. And that's it. And, I certainly see other videos, I listen to like a lot of documentary and, you know, um, talks and stuff and things like that on YouTube. And when I'm out walking Aries. And so but it's funny because I've only ever seen the hype button once. So yeah, it just, okay. So EM says it's usually after, but not all the time. And it's only 3 a week. Okay. Yeah. That's what I had heard also. So the Sweet says, yes, it shows up after it's done. Oh, thank you guys so much, though. I'm so touched. I'm so honored that you guys would do that for me. Thank you a million times over, you guys. Cody, thank you, hun. Brian, awesome. Thank you guys for filling everybody in. That's really nice. Okay, so Kibisha, yeah, they only let you do it 3 times a week. Okay, so thank you guys. I'm so touched. I will see you guys over on the other channel. We'll do probably a today's topic, and then tomorrow we'll come back strong and be able to get back to a little bit more of a rhythm starting in the morning. So love you guys. Thank you for being here. Bye for right now.